Hello, my name is Brianna, and this is Mary Kay.
Hi.
Mary Kay, if you don't mind stating your birth date so that the listeners can get a time period of kind of what you're talking about.
Yes, I was born on December 9th, 1952, so I'm almost 66.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so the purpose of this interview is just kind of talk about like the changes in the environment from like when you were growing up to now. So for my first question, I just have, what would you say the biggest differences are in the environment now compared to when you were growing up?
I think some of the biggest differences are weather, and it seems like weather being more volatile.
Mm-hmm.
The drastic extremes in temperatures. I do think we continue to have winters, but it seems like the last several have been kind of mild
Yes.
and less typical.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that the quality of water is different. I've been going to Michigan now for over 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I don't remember the first 20 years that they would have no swim warnings, those sorts of things
Mm-hmm.
in the it's part of Huron, Lake Huron,
Mm-hmm.
in the bay, and now that's not uncommon, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So you would definitely say it's more negative effects then?
I think so.
Yeah.
I do think there's more awareness, but I
Mhm.
do think that the environment itself, yes, has been negatively impacted.
Okay. Good. So what actions can you recall that have been taken to improve the environment?
Well, I do think that there is environmental legislation that's
Mhm.
been positive, but unfortunately it seems to be cyclical in terms of it being enacted and then being rescinded
Right.
or taken away. I do think preserving our natural resources and our prairie lands and our national parks and all that is very positive, but then whether or not that's impacted negatively by pipelines,
Mm-hmm.
other uses and deforestation that might happen in
Mhm.
those areas causes concern.
Right.
Causes a lot of concern. I do think also on smaller scales, different groups and different individuals advancing initiatives for being environmentally more conscious, but also really committing to saving the environment.
Mhm.
The green spaces that they're putting on top of high rises,
Mm-hmm.
the tree programs and the canopy effort here in Fort Wayne,
Mhm.
where they plant hundreds of trees
Yep.
each fall, no straws, all of those different steps. Even as I was growing up, every farmer always tilled, always prepared the land
Mhm.
every cycle, every season, every fall by tilling everything. And now you see a lot less of that,
Yeah.
which has
For
been
sure.
helpful.
So would you say like bringing awareness to it is definitely just a big action that everybody could take?
Definitely, definitely. I try to think of things we do. My husband and I, our family, has done for years, and we've been composting.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to do. Very easy to do. I know recycling.
Mhm.
There are a lot of issues about the quality of it and whether or not the cost
Mhm.
outweighs the benefit. People putting their greasy pizza boxes, ruining a whole
Yeah.
load of recyclables, that sort of thing. But just even here on campus, when I look at the fact that we've got a recycle bin and a trash can, and people are putting their bottles
Yeah.
in the trash can, it really is sad because there are so many different things we can do
Mhm.
individually. So green grocery bags.
Yep.
That's
true.
So yeah.
So I've noticed a lot that recycling has been definitely a big thing on campus here. Do you have any other ideas of what we could do here at school maybe, or just like in the local environment to help with our environment?
Well, when I first came to campus, when Lutheran College was acquired by University of St. Francis, there was a effort from the Fort Wayne, the the government, to recognize those people that were doing environmental initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to nominate St. Francis just from the little bit that I knew about what was being done by staff, particularly. Mm-hmm. And I was amazed at the different things, all the way to, proper disposal of any of the oil
Mm-hmm.
from their vehicles and, you know, I don't know how much composting's done, but even the way they were managing the grounds at the times, there was very thoughtful and deliberate steps. And so I think those initiatives are great. I know about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we started the Bench for Caps initiative. And it's not that you can't just throw your bottle with the lid on it in a bin, but we know that if we take those lids, that those themselves can be made into benches. And I believe that Eckett's is hoping to furnish their outdoors entirely with Bench for Caps furniture, picnic tables, benches, different pieces that are obtained from this company that does this right here in Indiana. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
you're welcome.